Hey guys, what's up and welcome to our How to Survival Series guide. And today is going to be a little different. As you can see here, that's all bedrock and well, that's farms. So we're here in our redstone testing world where I'm going to show you guys how to make this, not that, this. That right there, that's automatic, fully automatic, 100%, no loss pumpkin and melon farm. Yes. So it's going to be pretty easy, pretty simple. You can make it as large as you want. It's really up to you. This is a 7x7. This is a 9x9. But I've noticed with the 9x9, if you go any larger than this, you're going to need to find another way to get a water source block somewhere else or multiple water source to make sure everything's hydrated so that way everything can be farmed. All right, so these are some of the items you will be needing. These are not exact numbers. I repeat, these are not exact numbers, and I have yet to try this in Bedrock Edition. I've only tried this in Java because I have not really needed a reason to build one of these in Bedrock. So for you Bedrockers out there, if you try this and it works, let me know down in the comments, please. I want to know if it works, and I greatly thank you, and I'll teach you guys about that crazy contraption later. So let's get into it. What I want to do first is we're gonna start with the top. So you're gonna want to grab your note blocks and a filler block. So just a random filler block of your choice. It does not matter. And then, however, make sure you can get underneath your build. So if you build it at the bottom of the world, make sure it's at least 5 blocks tall, and you're gonna want to start up at the top. And this is where you decide on how big you want it. All right, so we're gonna make this another 7x7. So we're gonna do, let's actually get really close to the chest. So it's at 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so that's 7. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do filler block, note block, filler block, note block, filler block, note block, filler block, and we're gonna do this all the way down and around. All right, so it's at 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and you want to fill all of this in just like a giant checkerboard. All right, guys. I know you're smart, so I know you're going to be able to just follow along and do this because it's really easy. It's a really easy build. So let's just fill in all of this. Make sure you crouch when you place your filler block, because if you don't, you will start tuning the note blocks, and then you'll start hearing the note sounds like the ones in the background there. All right, so if you don't crouch when you place this, you'll start tuning your note block. All right. Now that we got our filler or our note blocks and fillers blocks in, you want to drop those off and grab your pistons and observers. Okay. So this is going to be a fun one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath, and on every note block, you're going to crouch and place a piston. Okay, so place a piston on every note block. Make sure you crouch so you don't tune your note block yet again. And now we're going to go back to the top, break all of our filler blocks. So for me, I'm using the yellow wool here. And just like this, whoops, break all of our filler blocks, and we're gonna stand on top and place our observer down at the bottom. All right, looking down. So what I mean by looking down is the face should be looking down toward the piston or down toward the ground. Okay, and we're gonna do that on every single spot except for the very center piece. So what I mean by that is the center should be right here. Here's where our water source is going to be to hydrate our entire farm. Since this is only a 7x7 and not 11x11, I only need the one water source, and it's going to be pretty dang simple. All right, so let's get all of these in here. I think that's all of them except for the center. Nope, we missed one on the edge here, so let's get that really quick. And just like that, we're almost done, guys. So now you can put that away, and your farm should look something similar to this. This is too close, but that's fine. And it should look something similar to this. All right, now next step, we're gonna take our conductor block, if you will, and some dirt and your water source, and maybe a light source as well. So you could use glowstone or sea lantern because you can't use a torch on top of a water block. So we go to the middle here, and we'll just bring this down. So we want our farmland to be here. So that would put the water block here. So if we break that, go back, get rid of this, we can put, yeah, no, that was backwards. Our water block needs to go down here. So be like this. All right, fill in all of this. Easy peasy. All right, that's all filled in. So our water block, oh, I need to get back up here to make sure we are in the direct center, because we don't want to mess that up. We need to be in the center. Okay, so there we go. The center, we can actually just do it from down here. Water, and then boom, just like that. All right, and now we're gonna come back up top, and over all of our observers, we're gonna place a solid block. I'm just using diamonds because creative doesn't matter. You can use anything that's not transparent, so stone, you know, anything that matter, emeralds, whatever, and fill it in just like this. And this way, so like if we do this, the piston should fire. Okay, so now we can get our, we need to get our, I'm just gonna break this. We need to get our light source in here. I'm gonna use sea lantern for that. That's fine. And then we need to get our hoppers and our chest situated, okay? And then we'll come back for all that stuff. All right, so now for your hoppers, if you're only gonna do one layer, you can do your hoppers so they all feed into one line. So you can do, uh-oh, that didn't go up. You can do like a single line like this that go to your chest, and then have all of these feed toward it. Or if you're having stacks, because you can stack these, you can have all of your hoppers go to one side, and then have a huge line of hoppers that go down and then into a chest. So it's really up to you at this point on whether or not if you want to have a single layer or a multi-stacked layer farm. But for this, we're just gonna go under here, and we're just gonna have our chest. We'll just have our chest over here. It's fine, because we are in creative. And what we're gonna do, actually no, let's bring the chest up. All right, yeah, to here, and we're just gonna bring all of our hoppers, or this one line here, this edge, outer edge, straight to the chest like that. And then we're gonna do all of these inner hoppers feeding into that single line of hoppers. All right, and make sure you don't do that. Make sure when you place your hopper, you actually look at the hopper in front of it and not just on the dirt, because then your hopper will go down and it won't feed into anything. Okay, so just like this, we're gonna fill in all of the hopper space. And for this part, well, this row, you can just do this right here and have it feed into that line, and then bring the rest just like this all the way around. And bada bing, bada boom, you're almost done with your farm. Yes, it is quite iron expensive, but once you get it done, you're done. You don't have to worry about it anymore, unless you're building multiple layers of farm. All right, so now this part is the easy part, because you should be, you know, standing or whatnot on this area. So every observer, you want to tilt underneath. Okay, so if that's, you know, it's just like a checkerboard. You're making another checkerboard, but on the soil. So you could just go through and, whoops, not that block. All right, and make sure, jeez, man, I promise, guys, I know what I'm doing. All right, and you're just gonna till and make another little checkerboard here, just like so. So that way, when the observer sees that our plant has grown fully, it will send a signal into our block, which will send a signal into our note block, which will send another signal into our hopper, activating our hopper to smash whatever has grown in this blank spot. All right, you're going to see that operating a lot here on this next step. And the next step is your seeds. Now you can do like I've done here, and you can have pumpkin and melon, you know, just like that. Or you can do a layer of pumpkin and then come up, do a layer of melon, or what have you. All right, so but for this one, we're just gonna go through and we're gonna do melon. So I'm gonna look back here, and if you can see it, it should, yeah, just like that. And you see that grew up immediately and it dispensed it. So now we should have, yeah, we have watermelon in our farm already. So just like this, and you're gonna plant all of it, and it should, and just make sure you have to bone meal it, because if not, it's gonna take forever for your farm to actually start producing stuff. This is where our other farms, like our AFK, or not AFK, but our skeleton farm, come in handy for bone meal, or if you're just really brave and like running around at night, killing all of the skeletons and archers and stuff that come about. All right. And if you can hear it, you might be able to hear it. Every once in a while, the note blocks, yeah, the note blocks do make noises. You can turn it off, because if you do have a huge AFK farm here, it gets really loud with all of the, all of the pistons firing, the note blocks. So you can turn it off in your options, or you can just build it at the bottom of your chunk, where all of your other farms are, and that way you don't have to worry about hearing it. But it's up to you. It is completely up to you. So I'm gonna finish this up here. Let's see. And I haven't tested how much you get in an hour. It kind of just depends on like luck, sheer luck, because I'm pretty sure the rates per hour are different, because, you know, you might be on a multiplayer server or a single player world. It just depends on where you are, because they're, you know, so game ticks, lag, and all that good jazz. So, but all right, we are just like that finished with our fully automatic pumpkin and melon farm, and it's only been 14 minutes. So it's a really easy farm. I suggest you farm up all the materials beforehand, because if you don't, you can, like what I did here. I didn't put observers and pistons. Well, I put observers, but I didn't put pistons in all of the slots. So only the outer edge has pistons. Like these don't have pistons. They're just blank spots. Just to show you guys that you can have it as large, well, as large as a 9x9. And the one piece of water we have in the center is hydrating all the way out here. So it does work. Let's see, how much do we have in here? Yeah, and I've only been on this for a few minutes, so it does work. I can't remember exactly the originator of this, but I did come across it like many moons ago. So if you did like this, make sure you subscribe, because we have other farms that we're going to do. I'm actually going to start working on a few more farms, and that concept behind me here, that is going to be an updated creeper farm that I'm going to show you guys here eventually. So hopefully you guys subscribe and follow along, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.